Hello, welcome to the Kitchen Table Modelers Workshop. My name's Ian, and yes, that's my model bench full of M1070 and M911 kit parts. So, an unusual angle for me, usually just straight into the build, but unfortunately, as it's a run up to Christmas, I haven't had a chance to do much modelling since my last episode went up. So I'm only at the part where I've actually got the kit ready for paint. And I say kits because you probably haven't been introduced before now, the fact that I also have the Hobby Boss M911 tank transporter constructed and now ready for paint. It's been built for a little while, and just in building the 1070 had a bit of a moment of inspiration. Thought I would get the interior of the M911 painted, and I would paint them both together just because. No, in an effort to clear the shelf of doom, get another one completed. That's what I thought I'd do. So I do have a little bit of video for you today. It is just simply me explaining my rationale behind how I build models and how I build them with a view of modular construction to aid the painting process, and how I set the kits up ready for paint. So that's what you can see. It's not very long, but hopefully it's of interest, and there is some useful tips and hints there for anyone that watches. Just whilst you're watching the video as well, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone over the year that has taken the time to engage with me in the channel, put comments and suggestions down. I really do appreciate it. And I know I say it all the time, but I genuinely appreciate all the time and effort people take to comment and engage with me and just generally converse with me. It really does make me feel pretty proud and honoured to have such a fantastic bunch of guys that are interested in what I'm doing. And as always, if you are new to the channel and you want to help grow the channel and get the reach out there and grow that sort of modelling community a bit more, please feel free to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it certainly does help the YouTube algorithm put the channel out to as many a wider audience as we can. So enough rambling from me. I just did want to say thank you to everyone. I really do mean it. It does mean the world to me. We'll get the camera down on the table and you can have a look at the content I've got filmed, and then hopefully over the weekend I will start the painting process, and over the Christmas break then we'll hopefully get quite a bit of progress done, get this kit painted and weathered, and then move on to the rest of the construction, which will be the trailer and ultimately the M1A2 Abrams to go on the back as its cargo. Welcome back, chaps, and a different camera angle. Well, actually, I'm holding the camera purely just to get a different angle to show you the completed M1070 tracked unit on the trailer of an M911 and semi-trailer, both Hobby Boss kits. And I just thought it would be interesting, before I break the tracked unit down for painting, just to see the sheer size of this model. Now, I know I did include a bit of video next to an M60 tank, but I thought, seems I had the M911 constructed and I've had it built for a while, just never really got around to painting the interior of the cab so I could get the whole kit painted. I took a moment out of the weekend past whilst I was prepping up for painting the 1070 and got the interior of the 911 done, got it glued together, ready to break down for paint. And I thought, well, do you know what, it'd be interesting to see just how big the 1070 is compared to the trailer unit for the 911. And well, there you go. So we can move it over here and you can see it completely fills the trailer, totally dwarfing this kit. But with all the photo etch on it, it really does look quite spectacular. And to some extents and purposes, it's going to be a real shame to paint over it. But we need to get this build pushed along. And because I am painting the 911 in sand color, I thought it would be nice just to paint them both at the same time. That was another reason for getting the interior of the 911 done. But it also shows you the difference in the two pieces of equipment and the sheer size difference between the original 911 and the latter 1070. Amazing models. So there we go. An interesting camera angle just for your interest. What I'm going to be doing is I'll set the camera back up to its proper position, and then we can actually look at breaking these models down and getting them ready for paint. So see you back shortly. So breakdown time. There's loads of different ways you can do it, and every modeler has their own way. I like just to, as you see, make it in a modular type construction. So if we just lift it off the trailer unit, we can set it down, and I'll remove this trailer unit for the moment. Set it to one side. And what I can do is we can actually do a side-by-side comparison, and hopefully you can see just the sheer size difference in these vehicles. Lengthwise they're about the same, but the difference in cab is and winch deck is just phenomenal. But you know, all credit to Hobby Boss. These are amazing models to build. They really are. Alright, we'll set that one to one side, and we'll focus on the one we're actually wanting to build, which is the 1070. So obviously we know the wheels are just friction fit, so they can come off. And then also, I need to give this a wipe. The bonnet comes off. The cab lifts off. Winch deck lifts off. And that is the model broken down now into 3 manageable parts. Now the first big job to do is going to be to take the time and mask these windows up. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do that off camera because it's the same way I mask everything. Be getting a piece of suitable size masking tape, lay it into the frame. We'll use the pointed end of the kebab stick just to run around the outside of the glass and get the tape formed tight in, and then I have a scalpel with a brand new blade in. So it's a brand new number 26, and then just use that point and just cut around the window. Lift away the edge, and that'll leave you with a perfect mask shape in the glass, or covering the glass. So we'll do that with all these windows. Shouldn't take too long. And then we'll come back. Now what we've got to do is get some way of affixing something to these parts to hold on to it. So we've got all the multiple angles, and I'm just going to do what I did before and super glue this to this part. Underneath we can do that to the winch stand as well. Just put a rod in there. The bonnet can have a bit of white tack because we've obviously painted the inside anyway, so we just have to paint the rear of the grille. And then the chassis, with everything off, is not too heavy. But what we can do is, because we've got this piece here, we can super glue a rod in there, and that'll give us a nice handhold so we can paint all the angles with this too. All the wheels again can have a little drop of super glue, and we can glue them on there. Obviously we'll need to push through the tyre, so the tyre goes away, and we're painting the wheel hub assembly as is. So I will get the masking done, and then I will fix in all the painting supports to all the parts, and then when we're ready to go we can come back and actually discuss what paints we're going to use. So see you shortly. Right then guys, we're back, and following on from the last video, you can see that both trucks and the trailer unit are all broken down. So stripped all the wheels off, as you can see, and then got out a load of these short kebab sticks and a dose of super glue, and got them all attached to the different parts. So you can see here on the chassis, I've just used a part that's going to be covered up by the cab or bonnet assembly, and we've just got the stick glued in, so you can just pick it up, and that gives us the opportunity to move it any which way you like, get all the angles so we can get it sprayed underneath. Trailer unit has simply just got its wheels taken off, it's ready for paint. And then I've got a block of this high density polystyrene flooring foam, ideal for sticking sticks in, and each part is just on a stick, which is perfect for what you want because you can get all the angles, no bother at all. You don't have to touch it with your hands, and you stick it back in when you finish painting it, and it dries up nicely. So obviously this one here is the M1070. So we broke it down into the cab unit, winch deck, bonnet, and then all the wheel rims. And that's the modular type construction I like to build all my models in, just to make it easier to paint, and it keeps the builds moving along. So now that we've got this done, the next thing to do will be getting it into paint, and that will be in the next video. This one's a bit of a short one, purely because I've been really busy getting ready for Christmas, and I haven't had a chance to do much modelling this week, but I did want to get this video out for you all to see. So until next time guys, any questions, comments or general observations, please feel free to pop them down below. I always take time to read them and I will reply, and I'm very grateful for everyone who takes time to get in contact. It really means a lot to me. And if you like what you see and want to support the channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any new content. Appreciate all the support that's given. So until next time, guys, take care and happy modelling.